This is Cheyenne Valentine, back today again with a new episode. Today's episode, I want to talk about how your emotions isn't anybody else's responsibility. Now, I might title this video, Your Emotions Isn't the Responsibility of the Guy That Hurt You. Maybe I should title it that, but it had me thinking. I decided to make this video because it had me thinking about when there's been times in my life where a guy has hurt my feelings, whether that was taking me on a date and because I didn't have sex with him, never calling me again, or acting like he liked me and finding out that he had a girlfriend. I'm just throwing out a couple scenarios, okay? And or like you said, and that's under the same category as leading me on. And so and this isn't just women, but I'm gonna talk about women. Women, a lot of us are emotional. I'm very emotional myself. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background. I'm emotional, and like some other women are. And when you're emotional, you want this person to hurt. I know there's been times where women have slashed tires, broken out windows, called the guy's job, or went up to the job, got him fired. Contacted the wife or girlfriend or whoever else he was screwing around with and try to mess that up and make them aware of what's going on. And I perfectly understand all of those actions because those things are not beneath me, not at all. But one thing that as I'm getting older, I realize, and just dealing with men and just thinking about the past and things, that when I wanted to lash out at a guy for doing what I thought was, well, not fault, doing something to me that was clearly wrong, pretending, trying to date me when they have a girlfriend stashed somewhere, that's wrong behavior. That's, or acting like they want to get to know me when all they want to do is have sex, and disappearing and never talking to me again when they don't get the sex. And you want to lash out and everything. And one day it came to me that my emotions is not their responsibility. So a lot of times with humans, what we do when someone hurts us, whether that's in a relationship or at work or family members or whatever situation, or stranger, we want them to feel our pain. So we will harass them. A prime example, I know if you're a woman who has dated a single father or a guy with a kid, however you want to say it. I was in a situation where I dated a guy with a kid and his ex wasn't over him, and she made our life hell, coming over there, stalking, acting a fucking fool. And I have a video about that called Why You Shouldn't Date Men with Kids. Go to that video. It's like 30 minutes, but it's really good. Well, I name the reasons why, and you can kind of see the shit I went through with him. And basically what she did was she was trying to make him responsible for her emotions. And that's what a lot of times us women do. I've done it before. Basically, when you want to be with somebody and they don't want to be with you, we tend to want to make this person suffer, because they, in our eyes, did us wrong, which in some cases they did, or maybe in some cases they didn't necessarily do us wrong. Maybe they just didn't want me or want us anymore, or they didn't get what they wanted, which maybe was just sex, and so they just went about their business. But maybe we didn't like the way they did it, how they stopped calling, coming around, and not taking us on dates because we wouldn't put out, or just whatever the scenario is. And so now we're hurt because we don't like the way they went about things, or they weren't upfront about what they wanted or how they wanted it, or maybe they just blatantly cheated or blatantly tried to, take your money. Just what men do, it's some bad people in the world, so they can do a lot of different things to you. And so we want to make them pay. And the thing is, when it comes to matters of the heart, the only way you can't really get a person back through love. And what I mean by that, let's say a guy hurts you, right? He cheats on you with someone else, he stole your credit cards, whatever. You can't, so if he cheats and he goes be with another woman, that means he doesn't technically want you anymore. When a person doesn't want you anymore, you being with someone else is not going to hurt them. You walking out in a short dress dancing on a bunch of guys in front of him is not going to hurt him. He doesn't want you. And see, we know this. We know once this person has moved on, it's no way to get revenge. The only way you can get revenge as far as being up on another guy is if the guy you're trying to make jealous still has feelings for you, because then therefore he'll be upset, right, that you're flirting with another guy or you're with another guy. But if he has left you, or he's not returning your phone calls, or he went ghost on you, he's not interested in you. So there's no way to get close to him to get revenge on him. So that's why I know most people will try to, either contact the woman that he does want, or they would try to mess up his employment or his money. That's usually because they feel, okay, that's the only way I can get to you and hurt you. Okay, and I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that a lot of times when we get obsessed with making this person pay, is because we're trying to make them responsible for our emotions. And once you take a deep breath and understand that you can't make this person want you, you can't make this person act right, you can't make this person fall in love with you, you can't make this other person with free will do anything that they don't want to do, then you can grieve and get over your pain on your own. Because a lot of times I think when someone has done something wrong to us, we want to bring them into our pain. We want to keep lashing out at the person, make them want us or make them pay, and that's basically making them responsible for your emotions. They don't care. They did what they did and they off doing whatever else they're doing. You're almost like saying, I'm not going to let you go on with your life and live your life until I'm ready to move on. I'm going to keep harassing you and drawing you into my into my web of misery because you hurt me. And what happens when you do that too, it makes it harder for you to like heal and move on, because you keep trying to get a response out of them. A response could be you want them to want you back, or you want them to hurt as much as you're hurt. You're trying to get a reaction out of him. I know, you ladies know what I'm talking about. When a guy is ignoring your phone calls, he went ghost, he disappeared because you wouldn't have sex with him, or he had a girlfriend, he's playing games with you, whatever he was doing. He didn't win ghosts for, and now you're like, what the hell happened? And then you're still trying to, get to him or whatever to see what then went on, and you're not getting a response because he's on some other stuff, and he's not going to give you a response. He's not going to give you what you're looking for. He's a bad person. He's off doing whatever else. So you keep trying to contact him to make him, give you a reaction to help feed and help you deal with your grief, and he's not going to do that. When someone hurts you, they're off to the next project. They're not going to stick around and help you deal with what they did to you. So once you realize this person is not coming back, this person is not going to come around and act right, this person isn't going to change their mind and treat you better. Once you figure this out, and you need to figure this out quick, then you can let it go and say, okay. Then you can start the process of healing and working on yourself. And I think a lot of times it takes longer for some women to heal and to get to that point, because they're still trying to make this person responsible for their emotions. You feel the way you feel about the way they did you, and it is what it is. They still should feel bad, and what they did was still wrong, but you have your feelings about what they did. They don't care. And it's your responsibility to be able to cope mentally. If you need to get counseling or to heal the best way you can, they're not going to go to counseling with you. They're not going to call you and say, are you okay? Are you over the fact that I broke your heart? Okay, are you doing okay? I just want to call and make sure that you're okay, that I ghosted you. I just want to call and make sure you're moving on, and that you have accepted that I'm never going to call you again, and I'm never going to try to date you, and I just wanted sex, and so since you didn't get put out, I'm ghosting you, and I'm never going to talk to you again, but I just want to make sure you're okay. Come on now. That's not how this goes. So your emotions, unfortunately, the sadness, the disappointment, all those emotions are your responsibility, and for your responsibility to heal. And the sooner you accept that this person is not going to call you and make sure you're okay, that they broke your heart and they're not finna help mend the wound, as soon as you understand that this is an experience that just happened to you, and that's a person that was in your life for that moment, and now they're off doing whatever and they're never going to return. Once you have really understood that, then you can start moving past it. But I think a lot of times women, we react differently in the beginning. In the beginning, we're still trying to, it's almost like you are about to drown and you're fighting drowning, and instead of just letting yourself just drown, as they say, dying again, rebirthed again, because you're fighting the grief and you're trying to drag them in, and you want this, because the grief is basically this person disappointed you, and you thought, or they you had emotions for them and they just stepped on them. And so you want them to make it better. You want them to come back and mend your broken heart. You want them to change you. And that's not going to happen. But you don't know, because sometimes a person can act a certain way and then come around and say, I was wrong. But with most men, it don't happen like that. If they're acting a certain way towards you, it's a reason, and that reason is probably gonna change no time soon. So they're gonna keep doing what they have already put you in a category, and they already think a certain way about you, and it's really nothing you can do about that. So you just have to move on, and as soon as you understand this person's not gonna come back and make amends, they're gone. They might be still alive in a physical realm, but they're technically dead to you. They pretend like they are dead and don't even exist anymore, because they don't plan on re-entering your life. And I think a lot of times women just wait and hope the person change, and they come around and hope they see the error of their ways. That's not going to happen. So when a person treats you a certain way, take it that's how they feel about you. That's the value they have put on you. And if they treat you bad, that means they have put a low value on you, and you need to walk away and be okay that they walked away. But you cannot make them responsible for how you feel because they walked away. So if you're still sad, angry, that's okay, but you're lashing out at them, that's not going to make them change how they feel about you. Because I remember my ex, when his ex-girlfriend would lash out at him, try to make our life a living hell, stalking, doing all this, I know that was her attempt to break us up in hopes of him, and even if him and her didn't get back together, she wanted them back, and I didn't steal him, by the way, but they had broke up before we got together. But she didn't want to see him move on happy with somebody. And then even though she had found somebody, it was the fact that she wanted her child's father and her to be back together and be a family. I had nothing to do with that. And so if she had successfully broken us up, she would have felt content for a while, and then would have made her feel even better as if they would have got back together. And then that's basically her getting what she wanted. She just wanted him back. And so when you want someone back, you do certain things because they hurt you, and you want to. Okay, it's like when a person doesn't want you, right? The first reaction is you want them to want you back. So first you're nice in the sense where you're like, I just want him to want me back. I'm just gonna call. I'm just gonna do that. I'll just wait for him. Then when you see you're not getting a response, that he's not doing what you want, then anger comes, and then it's okay, I'm gonna make his life a living hell. He doesn't want me, so I'm gonna make him responsible for my angry emotions, and I'm gonna make his life hell. He's gonna feel my wrath. See, that's making someone responsible for your emotions. Whether he's wrong or not, he's not responsible for your emotions, because understand, he's not gonna help you get over that broken heart. He's not gonna be calling you and being your counselor saying, I know I broke your heart, let me help you through this. No. You're going to have to seek outside counsel, or you're going to have to counsel your damn self to get over that broken heart, because he's not going to be around to mend your broken heart after he broke it. It doesn't work like that. So a lot of times I think women, we make the other person responsible for our emotions when they hurt us, and they're not. So by us expecting them to be responsible for our emotions, we wait around and expect them to act a certain way. Like, for example, a lot of times women, I used to be like this. I used to expect an apology from a guy that he did something wrong to me. I don't know why. I just expected him to say, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have did that. And I never got it. I never once got an apology from a guy other than, the guy I was in a long-term relationship with. But any other dude that just did some little random mess up stuff to me, like, no, there was never an apology, because they didn't feel sorry for what they did. So when you're waiting for apologies and you're waiting for these heartfelt conversations, they're never going to come. You got to understand who you're dealing with. If a person did you a certain way, it's because they wanted to. They put you in a category, or that's just how they see women, or they just own that particular thing, and they don't care. Everybody's a casualty. Everybody's a casualty of war in their eyes, and they don't care. So I just want you women to understand, you got to be responsible for your own emotions. You cannot make someone else responsible for your emotions. They're not going to hold your hand and make you feel better after they broke your heart. That's not how this goes. And so you can lash out at them all you want to. You can try to make them talk to you or make them explain themselves. You can do whatever you want, but they don't have to do anything they don't want to do. And that's one of the hardest parts, when someone does hurt you and they just, you don't get to understand or hear what's their reason behind it. You're never gonna know, because they're never gonna freaking tell you, because they don't want to talk to you for whatever reason. They don't want to face the music. So when someone doesn't want to face the music, they're gonna avoid talking to you at all costs, and and they're going to leave you to mend your broken heart by yourself. And that's okay, because once you have accepted that in the beginning, this person isn't going to come around and act right and give you an apology. This person isn't going to do right, and they're gone. They might be physically alive, but they're dead to you in your life. Then you can start the healing process. So ladies, don't make other people responsible for your emotions, even if they hurt you. You're the only one that can mend your heart, and you're the only one that's responsible for your reactions and how you deal with a broken heart. Thanks.